And with that, we'll segue on to our tip of the week. David, if you don't mind, I'll pass it over to you. You've created this awesome list of 15 plus, and I think there's even more we can mention of perks and benefits that you can showcase and provide to premium members.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a pretty common question that we get here at BD. What additional perks, benefits, features, abilities can we provide to premium members to really make, that added cost worthwhile? This presentation was actually inspired by a post over in the Facebook group. So we compiled a list of, I think, about 17 or 18 items here. And as we go through this, I'm sure there's plenty of other kind of sub items and additional things that we can think of based on the list items. But getting right into it, getting started here, figured we'd start off first just briefly going over kind of the standard membership plan offerings for the majority of membership and directory websites. This isn't set in stone. There's no rules to this. It really depends on what your website is, the target demographic, target industry, all that sort of stuff. But generally speaking, most membership and directory websites, they'll have a free membership plan or a general user plan. This is typically, again, free, no cost to register and sign up, and it's limited in terms of the features that these member accounts have access to. The visibility in terms of the information, if it's a free membership plan, the information that's available on their profile page might be limited compared to the premium plans. And if it's a general user account, then these members probably shouldn't be visible on the website at all. And then also, typically, there's some limited access to the content that's available on the website to these members. And then in contrast, typically websites, they'll have one or maybe even more premium membership plans, which have a fee associated with them, recurring either monthly or annually, maybe also involving a one-time setup fee, or maybe just involving a one-time fee. And these premium membership plans typically offer some greater visibility, more features on the website, access to more content, overall just offering a lot more benefits, because obviously they're paying for the membership on the website. We want to make sure that it's not just worthwhile to get them initially signed up, but that we're constantly providing benefits to them to make sure that they actually stay signed up to that premium membership plan and that we can continue collecting those membership fees from them. So diving right into it here, first we'll talk about some of the simple membership plan settings or configurations that are available on a membership plan basis. And then we'll get into some of the more individualized stuff later on here. But some of the basics, first of all, displaying members at the top of search results. Your premium members, you can configure the display order in search results based on membership plan. You can also associate badges with each membership plan. So you can see in the screenshot here, we just took a quick screenshot from our marketplace. If you've been in there, you might be familiar with the look and feel. But you can see we have different membership kind of tiers or badges based on experience for the developers and the marketers listed in the marketplace. And you can see that here with the gold badge and the blue badge. You can also display, like I mentioned, more information on the profile pages of your premium members. There's several toggles for individual items like their phone number, website URL, if you want to allow them to accept reviews or not. If you have banner ads displayed on your website, maybe you want to not show banner ads on the profile pages of your premium members. There's a lot of different toggles and things that you can configure within the membership plan settings here. Also, using the members only content add-on, if you have that one individual add-on or the VIP add-ons club, you can give your premium members access to members only pages or areas within your website that might offer some additional information. And you can also offer them discounted lead prices. If your website is acting as a lead generation website and you're distributing these leads, these potential clients to your members, we talked about all of this in the previous tip of the week. For your premium members, since they're already paying a membership fee, maybe you want to provide them with free or discounted leads compared to what your lower tier members are paying for them.
Nice, and we could take a quick example of this. I know for a lot of people on this, they already know these settings, but we do get these questions quite often. I'm going to quickly run through where these settings are. I won't over-explain it like I usually do, but I just want to give you guys a kind of an overview of where you can set up and define some of these settings. So let's start with the first one, display members at the top of the search results. So we'll just go to the admin area, and actually let's go to this sample site here. I'll just do an open search. We have a super member that we super highlighted here. Lisa Jones is our example here in the webinar. So first, let's talk about why she's showing, just forget all the badges and perks, why she's at the top of the search results. If we go to the membership plan settings, there's something called search priority for the different membership plans. 0 is the highest, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 will show first, then 1, then 2. She is part of the recommended membership plan, and the search priority for this is 1. We can see other members are non-searchable. Local business listings are search priority 3, so they will show after search priority 1 members. So let's go to edit here. And if we toggle over to, we're editing the membership plan, excuse me, I jumped ahead here. If we go to search visibility, if we scroll down just a bit, search results priority. And this is a number, and the lower the number, like number 1 will show at the top of the results ahead of other members. And this is based on the membership plan. The second thing here, display a prominent badge or icons. So we do have the member badge add-on, and I believe if we go to the profile page tab here, when you have this add-on, you can have a badge for their profile page, a badge that displays on the search results page, and this is separate. This is the badge on their member dashboard. It's not really related to search visibility. This is if they're sharing their profile. Let's focus on these two here, profile page badge and search results badge. We can see here we added a badge here. It says recommended. You could probably choose better art than I've selected here for an image, something tasteful that matches your branding. Maybe you have an icon pack that's matching your branding's color set and tone and all that stuff. But we can see here this member shows a recommended badge. If we click into their profile, we can see other badges here. This is the membership plan badge, so they get this thumb here. And we've also verified this member, and we've added a special icon that designates for members who are verified. The next one here, displaying more information on their profile page. So maybe your lower tiered plans, they don't get to share their website URL, they don't get to display their phone number, all the things that would help a visitor connect with them a bit more. Maybe on the lower tiered plans, you're displaying banner ads on their profile page, which some people would consider a nuisance or a distraction, or it allows premium members to be featured in those sidebar banner ads, which we'll show in a second. These are really cool settings. And let's go back to the membership plans. And this is also under the profile page tab. So here, right down here, select member information to display on their profile. So they may input it, but unless this is set to yes, it won't show on their public profile page. So show website link, yes or no. So show social media links, yes or no. Street address, phone number, etc., etc. And then there are some additional settings here, like show banner ads. If we scroll down, if you want to make it look like a mini website for the member, you can remove the header and footer of your website, which generally has your logo, and it would just show the member's profile page. So in this case, if we went to this member's profile page, if we want to hide the header, it would remove the entire main menu and logo. There are certain use cases for that, and it will make the member feel, who maybe they don't have a website, that this is their mini website. So that's if they don't have a website, I mean, someone would pay, you know, a premium to have you have a kind of mini website for them, as we call it. Access to members only pages. Also, if you have the members only add-on, you can designate certain content pages and post types to only be viewed by certain members of certain membership plans. I'll quickly show that here in the web page builder. If you're creating a page of content, there is an option here, protect this page. By default, it's public for everyone. You can choose only allow members, and once you do that, you can choose which membership plans get to view the special content on this page. So that's another perk of the higher tiered plans that you can offer. And then of course, discounted lead prices. If you're selling members the leads that come from their profile pages, such as from here, these forms, the request a quote button, the higher tiered plans, maybe they're paying more monthly, but they get half price on leads, or whatever the business model is for that. So those are just some quick illustrations of the things David pointed out here. And again, there's a lot on this list, so I'm just going to go through these quickly as David explains them for us.
Excellent. And finishing up some of the basic settings that you can configure for members based on their membership plan. The first one on this slide here is that you can configure which types of content they have access to publish. So maybe your highest tier members, you want to allow them to publish articles, videos, events, and classifieds. But maybe your second tier or your basic members, you only want to allow them to publish articles. So that's one option there. Also going along with content publishing is if you have the limit posts per member add-on, you can choose to set a higher or simply no limit on the number of posts that members can publish. Again, that's a very simple setting within the membership plan settings. And then lastly here, you can stream those newly published content pieces directly on your homepage, specifically from certain membership plans.
Yeah, this is really good stuff here. This gives their content more visibility on the site. So let's take a look real quick at some of the settings available here. So more content publishing abilities. Again, I see a lot of newbies here on the webinar. So let's show you guys where those settings are. So if you're again editing a membership plan, the last tab here is post publishing, the holy grail of what the member can additionally add to the site beyond their profile information. So as David mentioned, you can choose can post classifieds, cannot community articles, can post coupons. Now you might not be having all these post types on your site anyways, not recommended anyways. It makes the site too busy and you're probably gonna have a lot of empty pages unless you have lots of content. But let's say your site has videos, events, and coupons. Maybe the higher tiered plan can post all of them, and the lower tiered plan, well, they can't post any of those. They could just have a profile. So this is where you can choose the can post. Also, when you have the add-on to limit the number of posts they can push, you can set those numbers here, max free posts, and you can also have only paid posts, only free posts, or free and paid posts. So again, playing with the limits of how many they can post and if there's a fee for posting. So maybe your higher tiered members can post unlimited coupons for no cost at all. But your free members, they got to pay $5 every time they want to post an event. So that's a perk or an incentive to upgrade to the paid plan if the member is planning to publish a lot of content to the site. Lastly here, stream newly published content on the homepage. So a lot of us are familiar with the ability to stream post types and content on the homepage. So we see here featured photo albums. We're streaming them here. New York trip, and well, that's misspelled, Alaska trip. Let me show you how you can only allow this, the posts of certain membership plans to stream on the homepage. If we go to design settings, and if we head to homepage, select additional content to display, select content to display. So here we have streaming photo albums. It could be any type of post, events, coupons, articles. If we click on edit settings and scroll down, there is an option here to only include posts from members in these plans, and you can check box the membership plans and it will only stream posts from members in those plans. So in this case, we would want to select just the higher tiered membership plan and they'll get the benefit of having their posts stream on the homepage. And here's an even better one, just so no single member cannibalizes all the spots on the homepage, you can set this to yes, limit one post per member. And set that to yes. So as many spots are as available, it'll be a different member's post in each one of those spots. It won't be the same member in all 4 spots. So those settings are here and super helpful as well. Also super helpful if you want only the admin membership plans post to display. For example, if the admin is publishing events and things like that, you can choose for the membership plan of the admin to only show those posts on the homepage. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, we'll continue down the list here, David.
Perfect. So now some additional on-site boosts. We do have one on this list that is configurable on a membership plan basis, but the majority of these ones don't really have too much to do with which membership plan the members are registered within. And so these you can either add into one of the higher tier membership plans, or you can charge members individually for some of these as well, kind of a la carte if you wanted to do that. So the first one here, you can pin member posts to the top of the post search result pages. Very similar to doing that with higher tier members and pinning or kind of showing them at the top of member search results. You can also pin individual posts to the top of post search results. You can also spotlight members atop all of the member search result pages. This garners a lot of attention to individual members within the search results. We'll see a really good example of that. And there's a lot of settings that go along with that as well. You can also feature members on your homepage. Now for this, there's a few ways to go about it. You can either feature individual members on the homepage with the feature members on homepage add-on where you can choose specific members. You can also do it by choosing the streaming members within the design settings, and you can choose to stream the newest, the oldest, or random order of members, and you can do that based on membership plan. And then if you don't want to do that and you still want to pick individual members to feature, you can also just add some custom content right onto the page. Maybe write up a short little paragraph, a couple sentences about the specific member that you're featuring on the homepage. What you can also do is you can enable members to reply to the reviews that have been left on their profiles if this is a business directory. This is the option here that is a setting within the membership plan settings. So that would be done per membership plan, but that's a great option that I'm sure a lot of businesses would find very valuable. And lastly here, kind of out of the box, but you can create your own banner ads and add them to your website. And you can utilize these banner ads to actually showcase individual members and then link so when someone clicks the banner ad, it would link the user to that member's profile page. So you can see an example here. You can make these on your own, upload them to the site, and we have an example on a demo site to show for that as well.
These ones are really cool because you can sell them as one-off boosts, like spotlighting them on top of the search results or featuring them on the homepage. Let me show you guys how you can accomplish a few of these. We'll start with the first one there, pin their post at the top of the post search results. If we go here, let's actually go to a photo album real quick. All right, so this is the search results for photo albums, and actually we've pinned the Alaska trip at the top of the results here, and let me show you how we accomplished that. And you have the pin featured post add-on, and if you go to manage posts, and there's lots of reasons you'll want to pin a post at the top. Maybe it's your blog article section and you have a few announcements that you want to make sure stay pinned at the top there. But when you have that, you can click the specific post and set as a featured post. That means it will show at the top of the search results. You can set multiple to be at the top of the search results for that post type. In this case, we've done the photo album. And you can see here we have the Alaska trip set as a featured post. I'll go ahead and uncheck this. And if we refresh this page, it'll be the normal natural order of how these photo albums are displaying, which I think in this case is the latest one at the top. But if we go ahead and pin that one, do it one more time. And you can even set an end date. So maybe we want to pin it till the end of the month. So this is really cool if you want to sell as a boost. Maybe somebody has an event that they want to boost and they want to pay to have it boosted up until the day before the event. You can charge per day to have it boosted, and you can just set an expiration date and it'll automatically deactivate it as a featured post, and the member will get the benefit, and it's a little more hands-off and automated for you as well. You don't need to hit save changes, it does it automatically. So if I refresh this, the Alaska trip is back at the top there. All right, this next one here, spotlighting members on top of the search results. So this is posts. If we go to the member search results page, we can see here, I've seen a lot of people add this to their site, the highlight members tool, and it's based on the membership plan. However, you can move members to like a super plan that spotlights them, a membership plan that people can't sign up to, only the admin can auto assign them, but it adds a nice wrapper around them. And if you're also pushing them to the top of the results with the search results priority option, it looks really nice, and it's really effective in getting this member more attention on the site. So when you have that add-on enabled, let's go to the membership plans here. And we'll actually modify the current one a bit. We'll click on edit for that membership plan. And I think this is under search visibility because it's related to the search results page. If we scroll down, here it is. You can kind of demo design what this will look like. Let's change the color to kind of like a reddish orange, burnt orange. You can say recommended member, whatever you want. You can do a cross photo. So if it's across the photo, you can probably want to do something smaller. Whatever, the text would make sense. You can kind of see what fits here. I kind of like it at the top. It kind of gets your attention a bit more. And obviously you can change the text color as well. However, white contrasts nicely there. And you can also turn it on and off. And it is connected to the membership plan. So just keep that in mind that any members of this membership plan will have this outline on the search results page. And when you marry it, here you can see we changed it now to burnt orange. When you marry it with a high search results priority, when they're showing at the top of the results, it definitely does garner more attention for those members.
Yeah, and a really easy way to get that set up for your higher tier members, if you're either offering this a la carte, you're charging them, to be featured or highlighted maybe for a week at a time, or if you're just going to cycle through random higher tier members, you can just duplicate your highest tier membership plan. And then the only things you would need to change is the search results priority to make sure that this highlighted member or members are showing at the top of the search results. And then, like Jason just showed, configure the options for this add-on here.
Yeah, we do that. We do that quite often in some examples. We just change the name instead of copy of recommended 7. What you can do is, just a moment, you can give it a name like, the name of this plan was recommended member. We can call it recommended member spotlight. And just for that brief time that somebody paid you to get a spotlight on the site, or whatever the reason might be, you can just manually move that member to this plan, and when they're done, you can move them back to their regular plan. Okay, featuring members on the homepage. I think we're all pretty familiar with this because all BD sites start with the recent members streaming on the homepage, meet our newest members. The same way you can limit the photo albums that I showed, you can also limit the members of which membership plans show in the recent members. And also with the feature members on homepage, you can handpick specific members to display on the homepage in this same format. In the design settings. Let's quickly take a look at it there. I won't dive too much into those features. I want to show you guys actually something more novel. So under homepage, again, select additional content to display. We have streaming members here, or you can display featured members, and those would be the hand-picked members. But what I want to focus on is the custom content, and you can place this anywhere. We use the design blocks, the content blocks, and we just quickly put together a little snippet here, spotlight member. Maybe you wrote an article or puff piece on this person and you want to link to the article, beautiful article you wrote about this member, whatever it might be, or just link to their profile. But this is a hotspot that you can just designate for members you want to spotlight, or again, for paid boosts where members pay to be featured here. And what I did here is I used one of the custom content options for the streaming widget. You get up to 5 here. And if we click edit settings, I just used one of the pre-made elements and I styled it up. Honestly, I did this in probably less than 1 or 2 minutes, but I used the pre-made blocks. I used the basic content blocks, and I just used this one with the image on the left. What I did is I uploaded the image here, and what's cool is under image styles, you can play around with this. You can have a square, I uploaded a round image actually. Let me see here. No, there we go. You can have a square or rounded or circle image, so you can play around with it there. And then I just played with the font with titles and things like that. So in this case, we did a spotlight on the homepage with using the custom content. We didn't rely on any of the default streaming widgets. So you can get pretty playful with this, and you don't have to use this format. You can use any design format that appeals to you on the homepage or any other pages of your site. Reply to reviews. This is really cool. As David mentioned, if you have a business listing site where members or businesses are getting reviews, it's really powerful, allowing members to reply to the reviews, especially negative reviews, so they can potentially defend themselves or try to remedy things with the person who left a bad review. That is also a membership plan setting. I'll show you where that is. So we'll go ahead and edit one of these membership plans here. I believe this is a member dashboard. I am correct. We can actually just search for reply here. It's profile page, excuse me. There are review settings under the profile page tab. We'll go here together. Enable receiving reviews in the first place, and ability for them to accept or delete their own review. So basically moderating them, and they can cherry and only keep the best ones. And then here, member can reply to reviews, yes or no. So that is that setting. And also this setting here, ability to accept or delete reviews. Then their site, their profile is just, basically testimonials, not even negative reviews, which they can remove themselves if they chose to do that. And add banner ads on your own site to showcase members and link to their profiles. So also done in 1 or 2 minutes. I just Googled banner ads sample, and I found this here, and I put her image there and just put some jumbo text, and I made it an image. And I think we've seen it here a little bit during the demo, the webinar. So you can see here, Spotlight member Lisa Jones. So you can sell banner ads, not necessarily to external companies, but to boost members who are already on the site. Instead of getting outside advertisers, look internally to your members. And again, this is promoting their profile, but you may have written a puff piece, and you can link to the blog article, the expose article that you did on one of your members. So you can choose where this links to, but it is just an image. And if we go to design settings, I'll show you what I did here. What we did is we added it as a banner ad. It is the main sidebar banner ad here, and that's what we dropped in the sidebars there. However, you might want to have banners for different categories and sidebars for different categories. Maybe someone wants to do what's called like a page takeover. So any lawyer category on your site, they're going to be spotlighted at the top and have a banner in the sidebar, and they can have a whole whatever page takeover. There's a saying for it in marketing, and they can just get the works. And just to show you guys, take it a step further before we go to the next slide with David. Also, very quickly, what I did is, and again, this is not designed well, you guys can do a lot better than this, but right in their dashboard, I said, boost your profile. And I put some links here, homepage spotlight, showcase the newsletter, we're gonna talk about that, promote your post, get featured in our blog, Facebook mention, featured banner ad. You can link these to digital products using the Sell Digital Downloads add-on, and you can create buy pages for these different things that members can purchase, and it can be right here in their dashboard. And you could probably make these look a little nicer with examples of what they're going to get, especially on the buy page, make it look really appealing. But you can have boost your profile options right here in the member dashboard. And I'm actually going to share a previous tip of the week we did that explains how to add content to the dashboard area. 3 ways to engage users inside their member dashboard. It'll basically cover how to add buttons and other types of content right there in the members dashboard, so you can make it more of an experience and a great place to upsell other services and products that you're offering to your members. Okay, let me backtrack one more thing with the banner ads, and then I'll pass it back over to you. So yes, in the banner ads tab, we uploaded the image and the link it should go to. So when we click on the banner ad, click right there, it goes to her profile page. So obviously another great way to get a lot of attention for a single member. And again, you can have members pay for category takeovers or location takeovers, and create custom pages, search results pages with their designated sidebars for that as well. And actually, I'm going to share one more thing with you guys. I know it's information overload, but I promise you, you can watch this replay and take it nice and slow with a cup of green tea. But let me show you this article. I'll share it in the chat as well. Add custom content and SEO value to search results pages. It shows you how to customize like a search results page, like a category page for lawyers or location page for Los Angeles, and how you can add a custom sidebar there and effectively an additional custom banner ad for a member who wants to take over that page or that category or location. I'll pass it back over to you, David.
Amazing explanations there. So the last slide here, some off-site boosts or benefits that you can offer to your premium or higher tiered members. Now, because these are benefits that are taking place primarily off of your website, you can really craft these to resonate well with your members and your community as a whole. So the first one here for your higher tier members, your more premium members, maybe you want to offer them either a monthly or a semi-annual or just a one-time initial coaching call to make sure that they're getting the most from your website, that their profile's totally set up, maybe give them some best practices, some tips based on some of your higher performing members, things like that. That would really go a long way in ensuring not just that the members are happy initially, but that they're getting the ball rolling on a good start. And hopefully that will last long and they'll remain a premium member on our site in the future. Secondly, you can write a puff piece article in your blog and then, of course, share that on your social networks. That second part, sharing it on your social networks, not only will that get the member even more exposure, but your other members will likely see that. And if they didn't know that was an option that's available to them, they might end up inquiring with you about, hey, how do I get an article or a spotlight written about me? And so for this, you can have just a basic list of 10 to 20 questions ready to go that you ask all of these members when they either purchase this spotlight article individually or when it's time for you to offer it to them. You can send this list of questions over to them, get their answers, and then either just publish it kind of like in an interview format, or if you want to convert it into an actual article, you can certainly do that. So there's some ways you can streamline that, even though I know it does sound like a bit of extra work. Moving on here, you can, of course, mention your articles in your social media posts, not just when it comes to their spotlight article or their puff piece, but maybe randomly you want to pick a high performing member or a new member or a member who just got a terrific 5-star review and you want to showcase that. Not only will again, this show your other members that you're looking out for their best interests and you're trying to get them even more exposure, but it lets your general users and your website visitors know about some of the high performing members or top tier members on your website. And lastly here, kind of going in line with that, you can mention your premium members within your newsletters. If you send out a newsletter weekly, monthly, annually even, you can, again, kind of highlight your top performing, your newest, your longest lasting, your highest reviewed members within your newsletters. And this you can send out not just to your members, but to your community as a whole. In the last webinar, we talked about a lead gen website. We showed some examples from an interior designer directory. So if you have a newsletter full of people in the real estate industry, home buyers, home sellers, and you have interior designers, seeing those highest tier or the highest recommended, highest performing interior designers would certainly be something that general readers of the newsletter would be interested in. So there's a lot of possibilities and things you can incorporate off of your website also for your higher tier members.
Yeah, a lot of times we can get stuck trying to figure out what to post on social media and try to be clever. Sometimes we could just look at our own members' achievements and wins, reviews they've received on the site, and just repurpose those. And also one thing can be said about all this is you don't have to wait for members to necessarily pay you for these boosts or features or spotlights. In the beginning stages, you can have those pages set up, but you can gift it to people as you're getting the ball rolling. So you can just go ahead and spotlight someone that you've handpicked, and then other members will see those spotlights and features and they'll get interested and curious, and you'll hopefully have like a very simple informational page about how they can participate in those programs and opt for them as well. So promote from within your own members, and you don't necessarily have to wait for a transaction to happen. You can just go ahead and take any of these actions yourself as the website owner.